You taking it regularly?
I never take it. I hate the taste of it, to be real honest. I have taken it in the past.
Yeah.
I think there's really good evidence for it. I'm not racing. I don't take it on a regular basis. I've taken it in the past. I think it works really great.
Yeah.
I don't like the taste of it at all.
So I'll tell you what, I think everybody hates the taste of it.
Yeah.
Unless you get actual beets and you put lots of butter on them, then they're good.
Right. I agree.
But I guess for me, there's a company that I used. It's called Human, just Human with a double N. So I think it stands for Human Nutrition.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not kidding you. That stuff tastes like Kool-Aid.
Really?
I'm dead serious. And it's good. Like I have it every single day. Because, I mean, for those who are listening, Bob probably knows this as well. I went through a crazy experience with my heart a couple of years ago to where it failed, and I've just been on the road to recovery. I would say I'm fully recovered for sure. Doctors are just still monitoring my heart. Anyways, long story short, that's where like I'm so involved with wanting to take care of my body and nutrition and things like this to where beet juice helps with your cardiovascular system, the just blood flow and everything to it. And on the times that you've taken it, have you felt the difference?
Yeah, for sure. I think if you take it, you notice, especially if you don't take it all the time, then you take it once in a while, you really notice a difference. Like, man, I have a little more pep today.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think the science is pretty strong on it. I think if you look at the research, there's a definite cardiovascular benefit to taking beet juice. Your performance improves for sure.
Definitely.
Some of the studies show up to 10%, which is a massive benefit. I think that's maybe overshooting it a little bit. You know, I thought that's EPO numbers. You get 10% benefit. I don't think I haven't experienced that much, but even 2 or 3% is a big amount.
Yeah, it is. So 10%, man. I need to get on EPO.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Well, that'll be the day. I don't know. I could never do that. That stuff freaks me out. It's cool, but it freaks me out. But for those who don't really know much about beet juice it's more of a nitric oxide igniter. And of course you have so many pre-workouts out there that are like NO igniter, like it just kind of gives you that. Actually, I don't even think that's what gives you the feeling in your muscles. What gives you I think there's another amino acid that just kind of gives you that tingling feeling, but that's not really what we need to get into. But anyways, like the nitric oxide igniter of beet juice, I think is 10 times better than any other pre-workout. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know about you, just because it's more natural.
I think it's very natural. I think it works really good. Basically, there's several mechanisms it works by, but one of them is it's a vasodilator. So it just causes your blood vessels to relax a little bit, which allows more blood flow to get your working muscles. So you can get a little more blood flow to those muscles and you're going to perform better.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens with going back to the sauna training. It vasodilates your blood vessels. And anyone who's probably like wondered, how come I get in the shower when I'm sick? And you can correct me if I'm wrong on this one. It's because I've always wondered this forever. Like I was always like, how come I get in the shower and I can just breathe? It's because it's like, it's a hot shower. It's actually vasodilating your vessels. And I realized that when I was going through my heart failure, I was like, I need to take a hot shower so I can breathe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it that I can just breathe in the shower? Like, what's causing that? It's just because it's causing your body to relax.
Yep.
And you can just get that good blood flow. And like beet juice, I've seen some really incredible stuff with that because I take it daily.
No, it's pretty good. And there's some evidence that people that take it cumulatively can build up they tolerate it well and it does well to them. But even a one-time episode, so if you just take it right before a workout, one time, you'll notice a pretty dramatic change.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, dang. These are some really cool. I love everything that we've been able to go over. And I guess the last thing I do want to go over is more of like percussive massage therapy. Yeah. And that I think this is where you're like, a lot more about, correct?
Yeah, I think so. This is a pretty trendy topic. There's a couple of these machines that have become super popular. Everyone's got one at their house now. I think there's the Theragun and the Hypervolt, and there's a bunch of them out there now. There's a bunch of knockoffs from China that are coming out. I think the science on them is not great, I'll be real honest. I love the way they feel. I have one in my office. I use it
quite
off and on. Yeah, I like the way it makes me feel. I think if I've got something that's really tight, it just helps
loosen it up a little
bit. I think it increases blood flow to that tissue. I think by pounding on a tight tissue, you get some mechanical release, and that tissue gets a little more flexible. So I think there's some benefit to it. But if you look at the long-term outcomes from doing it, does it help your performance? Probably not.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that shows that it helps performance. But if I'm a big fan of anything that makes you feel better, you ought to do.
Yeah.
And if you're sore and you use the Theragun and it makes you feel better,
do it.
Keep doing it. If you like foam rolling and that makes you feel better, you ought to do that.
I think though, overall, try not to overdo it because it can fatigue the muscles.
It can, and it can cause some muscle damage too. I mean, you could beat yourself up. Most of the studies on it show that you should only do it for a very short time. You have the best benefit if you do it for a short time.
Oh, wow.
So you don't want to do it for 20 minutes. You want to do it for 5 minutes. You'll have a better outcome.
Sweet. So I've been doing it right this whole time.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for about 5 minutes every day. That's awesome. Dang.
It's good stuff. I think it feels good, but I don't think there's a magic bullet behind it. I think it's one of those that makes you feel good.
Dang. That's super cool. I think I've actually learned quite a bit today, and Bob definitely taught me. I mean, Bob hasn't learned anything from me, but I'll try next time to try to teach Bob something.
Educate me.
I don't know what it's going to be on, but this has been fun. Thank you, Bob, for coming onto the podcast. I actually went on the road this week, and I think one last question that I want to ask you is, what do you recommend? One thing that you could take away from all this, like to anyone that's just training and working out, like one thing that would be best to do out of all this. Do you think it's sauna? Is it sauna train? It's just sauna?
I think sauna is pretty solid. I think ice baths are good if you do a really, really aggressive workout and you don't want to be sore the next day. I think an ice bath's a good way to go. Or anything that's sore, ice is a good thing to do. Yeah. But I think sauna overall maybe has the most bang for your buck.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so hopefully gyms can open up a little bit more, but I'm not going to go into a sauna gym for a long time.
Yeah, I know at the gym I go to, the sauna is still closed.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay, that's right. So they are closed. I didn't even think about that.
The gym's open, but the sauna's not.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to the gym, though. I've got my outside on the bike.
Yep.
But, guys, this has been really cool. Bob, again, if you ever want to contact Bob. Okay.
I work very closely with Mountain Orthopedics.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
very closely with those guys. Sportsmed Physical Therapy in Bountiful. I'm one of the owners of the clinic.
Awesome.
You can reach me there anytime. Just Google us.
I consider Bob as my personal physical therapist. Anytime we go out, he's just full wealth of knowledge, guys. So contact Bob if you ever need anything with a leg or a knee or something, IT bands. Bob's there to help you guys. And if you ever want to see what's coming on this next week's podcast, be sure to check out the Instagram, Inside Mark's Mind podcast. And YouTube will be up soon. And then, you guys, this has been fun. Thank you again. Have a good day wherever you are. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So thank you again.